You're listening to the Angry Marks Podcast Network.
Yes, it is I, the one and only Nikolai. Do not adjust your radio stations or your volumes. Yes, it is Tuesday night, and I am here with my co-host King J to bring you a special edition of the SmackDown RunDown. Why? Because SmackDown aired live on the Sci-Fi Network earlier tonight. But first, King J, let us introduce yourself and let us know you're here.
The king has arrived.
Yes, and like I said, SmackDown was a special live episode this Tuesday evening, so we decided we would bring a little flavor over to ring the bell and add a little comments. And, Frank Vaughn did a tremendous job hosting the first half or third, as Killer Kev just mentioned, of the show. Now we're going to kick things over to the SmackDown side. They already talked about the Elimination Chamber and Monday Night Raw. But first, Jeff, let me ask you, what did you think of the Elimination Chamber overall?
Overall, I enjoyed the pay-per-view. I've been leaving my comments in the chat all weekend about which matches I thought were the best and which matches could have been left off.
Now, the main topic of that is I want to know what did you think about Daniel Bryan retaining his World Heavyweight Championship in the Chamber? Did you expect it to go that way? Did you expect Santino to last all the way to the final two? Let me know what you think of that.
I thought Santino would go earlier. I figured Daniel would end up keeping the title regardless. I mean, it was an interesting twist having him end up in the final two with Daniel Bryan, and it was a good back and forth between the two of them.
Yeah, I think the right man won. Daniel Bryan retained the title, and Sheamus made his presence felt when he attacked Daniel Bryan after the match. No words, just the Celtic Cross, and everybody all assumed that that's the match name for WrestleMania, and it was confirmed the night after. So, we will have Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan, the match everybody had predicted, but we still want. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the way Daniel Bryan won. FYI, anybody who's taking notes, this is the first pinfall Daniel Bryan has gotten since he's won the World Heavyweight Championship. He retained the title at the Royal Rumble, but he escaped the cage. Last night on Raw, he defeated Santino in a one-on-one squash and made him submit. Actually, no, he made Santino submit at the pay-per-view as well. But the point is, Daniel Bryan finally got a decisive victory for 2 nights in a row since winning the title back in December.
Yeah, I think that was an important thing. He needed a legitimate, clean win while defending his title versus escaping or getting the DQ or anything in between.
Yeah, he needed that victory the way he did because he's been getting a lot of ridicule, and that's just his storyline. They turned it into his gimmick now, where he finds a way to keep on winning. He finds a way to win his matches, whether it's count out or disqualification. Any way that he finds some way to get the W. That's all that matters to him now. And earlier tonight on SmackDown, he came out, along with AJ, who was no longer sporting the neck brace, gave a promo, which is really good, actually. I've been complaining about his promo work for the past couple of weeks, but tonight he did a good job. He was talking about how when he won the world title, no one predicted that he would win it in the first place, especially since he won Money in the Bank. And he made the vow that he was going to main event WrestleMania. Now he gets to, especially as the World Heavyweight Champion.
And it's interesting because you don't have that typical main event going into WrestleMania, which I really like. The fact that it's two guys who you wouldn't necessarily think would be main eventing WrestleMania, but both two individuals who really deserve it.
Right, and mind you, folks, when we say main event WrestleMania, we know that these two aren't going to be the actual main event, especially with what the card has lined up for us already.
True.
But still, this is basically a main event level match. And nowadays, when they say main event of a pay-per-view, that usually means 3 matches. 3 main marquee matches that will be headlining WrestleMania. The ones that they talk about the most. And this being the world title match, this is one of those marquee matches. And 2 guys that never main evented WrestleMania at all, or even in the title picture at Mania, get to have that opportunity this year. So I'm very happy with this match laid out. On SmackDown, like I said, Daniel Bryan gave his promo and The Miz showed up to remind us all that he used to mentor Daniel Bryan and claims that he knew Daniel Bryan was going to be world champion when nobody ever thought that, not even Miz.
It was a good promo. I think it kind of brought things full circle with the fact that when Daniel started in WWE, he was with The Miz, and now The Miz is coming out there talking about, I started you on your path, and look what you did because of me. Like I guess you would say, proud parent in the situation.
More like Big Brother program.
That too.
Well, anyway, Sheamus came out. I'm not even going to say verbatim of what he said. If you want to know what he said, just go ahead and check out the recaps on angrymarks.com. But the gist of it was he told Miz to let the guys who actually have a match at WrestleMania talk, and that led to Sheamus, Miz, and Daniel Bryan having a little scuffle, and that turned into Miz versus Sheamus. One-on-one match. During the commercial break, it was announced. And as expected, Sheamus got the win, because he needs this push leading into WrestleMania.
He needs clean wins as much as he can, and this was the perfect clean win for him over somebody who's an established champion, former champion. So it gives him that clean win, and it's over a heel that everybody hates. So that's even better.
Not to mention it's over a heel who's on a current losing streak because he's getting a lot of flack in the back.
That too. I mean, it's The Miz. What the hell do you expect? 1 week he's loved, 1 week he's hated. That's a flip-flop.
Yeah. I don't know what they're going to do with Miz at WrestleMania. If what I'm hearing with the rumors of the Money in the Bank match being brought back for former champions, then he'll most likely be in that. But who knows?
Yeah. But do we honestly see him winning?
Hell no.
Exactly. So don't put his stupid behind in there.
Well, I don't know why, but he gets a little bit of shine on SmackDown. Probably just couldn't find anybody else. But,
probably not.
Kofi Kingston and R-Truth last night on Raw got the pin, a clean pin, over the tag team champions Primo and Epico, their first loss since winning the titles. But yet, they don't get the win over Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger later on SmackDown. And I don't know, does this look like they're teaming Kofi and Truth up? Because this is the 2 nights in a row that they're doing it. Yet they have 1 win and 1 loss. Do you see anything going for Kofi and Truth?
I could see them putting them as a tag team, but at the same time, is this be nice to black people because it's Black History Month? So you want to do something nice for them at the tail end of the month?
I was thinking of that too.
You really went there. You really went there.
He did. He did.
Look, I had a long day today. I'm not foolishness.
I mean, wow.
I agree with him.
The exact same thing.
I mean...
Yeah, I did say that in the chat room earlier.
Well, I mean, us three here can agree.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Black History Month recipients. That's what they are.
Well,
but they didn't get the win.
I mean, we only got 2 black people on the roster.
Correction. We have 3. Mark Henry is still there. He got reinstated to SmackDown, and he had a match with Big Show later in the night. Although my beef with this is I like what they're doing with Cody Rhodes taunting Big Show, but tell me, from a logical standpoint, if Big Show's going to leave the ring, wouldn't that mean his ass is counted out? Instead, we just ignore it?
Exactly. He would have been counted out.
We also got freaking Ezekiel Jackson and fucking David Otunga.
We do not count them.
Okay. But getting back to the Mark Henry match, he was going in on Big Show the entire match.
Yeah, definitely. And
he's like, you can't do it when I'm in your face. Sit your ass down.
Yeah, this is a direct quote from Mark Henry during the match. Sneak up on me. You can't do it when I'm in your face. You in my house. I call the shots. I'm the shot caller of the night. You understand me?
And then he's like, sit your ass down. It's like smacking him in the face. It's like, Mark, did you see a slave ship?
He's representing this month.
Yes, he is.
He really is.
It's when keeping real is wrong, goes wrong.
Exactly.
Mark Henry.
You went there.
Yes, I did.
Well, he could have said straight up gangsta, but I mean...
True. This is true.
Well, Seth also mentioned Ezekiel Jackson and David Otunga. They had a rematch from last night on Raw, and someone please explain to me 2 ends of this conundrum. Why is Ezekiel Jackson getting a D push and David Otunga is getting wins 2 nights in a row?
Why
are they on my TV?
I think they are done with Ezekiel Jackson. And the other thing is, I think they want to push this whole GM battle.
Well, see...
They can push the GM battle, but why is Zeke and David Otunga on my TV?
Okay, see,
we'll fucking talk about that later.
From what I understand, from what I read earlier, Ezekiel Jackson was supposed to be getting a push back into mid-card. But then I read today that he has decided to take that push away. Reason why he lost, and I don't get it. David Otunga, I'm sorry, WWE, but I do not see any value in that guy at all.
He's just a slimy lawyer figure. That's all he ever is good at.
Yeah, but even if he didn't have that gimmick, when he was in Nexus, I did not see anything in that guy. I don't care what kind of... You can dress him up and be Brodus Clay. I still don't see no value in that guy because it's just nothing in him that makes me want to be like, let me get behind this guy.
He has no value.
Exactly.
That's the point.
Character. I'm sure he has value as a slimy, Clarence Mason character. I'm sure he has some value there.
Yeah, but not on my fucking TV.
Forward, I mean, he's just following John Laurinaitis around, not doing anything. And
That's
I don't
the
care.
point.
I don't care. I don't care what they do with him. All I'm going to think of is the guy who was messing with Tiffany Pollard 4 years ago.
Oh, God, you brought that I Love New York shit up. No,
You
we don't
really-
need that.
No.
We don't need that
That's-
VH1 crap here.
He is really
That's
going
all I
far
remember.
back.
That's all
No,
I
we don't
remember.
need celeb reality anymore. We're done with that shit.
Hey, fun fact, on that show, David Otunga's his nickname was Punk.
Punk.
Exactly. And that's what he is. He's a suspect.
He should have stayed Punk, but before we get to the main event of CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan,
Oh, God.
someone please remind me why we're supposed to care about either Drew McIntyre or the Great Khali, Because Drew McIntyre just got squashed
We
in
need
about
fucking time for
10
this.
seconds. Why is Drew McIntyre still getting on TV? He has a Daniel Bryan / Natalya-esque losing streak that we're supposed to somehow care about, and they're going to repackage him, give him a new gimmick. I'm so over Drew McIntyre right now. I'm so over the Great Khali if they're not going to do anything. Hell, put Khali versus David Otunga. I'll be interested to watch his ass get kicked like that.
Is it okay?
See,
it bad?
Tamina could have gotten a match.
True.
Yeah, but isn't it bad to say that we're so waiting for the day to read that WWE has decided to release Drew McIntyre and we wish him well in his future endeavors? Is it bad for me to say that I'm waiting for that day? Because I'm over the fact of WWE every fucking time. It seems to be more recent than anything. We had the thing happen with MVP where he was on that losing streak, then all of a sudden he won something. Then we had with Daniel Bryan, then we had with Natalya right now. I'm getting sick and tired of every time they have a guy and they don't have nothing for him to fucking do. They put him on his losing streak, and then no one realizes he still fucking works there because he's jobbing to this person and that person every week. I'm sick and tired of that. If you have nothing to do for the guy, let him the fuck go. Stop doing that. It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
And he's a former Intercontinental Champion. They brought him in as this big deal, the future of the company, and you're taking your future of the company and having me squashed by Great Khali, who's going to be there for another 4 minutes, and then he's going to disappear. It's stupid.
Watch it, Burke.
I mean, it's stupid.
The thing I want to know is Drew McIntyre is on his current losing streak. We all know this. But his opponents, the guys that they pick up to face him, let's see, Santino Marella, who's beaten him twice, one time with a freaking blindfold on, Ezekiel Jackson, Sheamus, Great Khali, Brodus Clay. Who do we got left to kill him with? Big Show?
But you know what? Seriously, to think of it mirrors the whole situation what they did with MVP years ago, where they had a freaking guy debut, Kizarny, squash MVP in 30 seconds, and next thing you know, this guy gets fired.
I was there the night of his debut.
I mean, they put everybody over that guy, and then I don't know where he gets a win, and they bring him back and repackage him. It's just stupid. Like, why? What is the point of doing that? It's dumb. If you don't have nothing for the guy, either fire him, get rid of him, or take him off fucking TV for months until you figure out what to do with him. I don't get it.
Because Triple H is on a thing where he doesn't want people brought up from FCW unless they have a solid, lengthy storyline. Focus on the people you actually have on the roster who have been there for a few years and are sitting in the back every week. Like, okay, so what am I doing this week? Oh, I'm not booked. Okay, I'll just sit here. It's a waste of your time, your money, their time. They're just sitting there collecting paychecks for nothing. Drew McIntyre has a bright future if you let him have the chance. But you underbooking him makes no sense.
And another thing I don't get is, okay, look, I freaking stand WWE wants to employ the fucking Great Khali for some fucking reason, but my God, WWE, please explain to me, what is the point of having Great Khali return and you're putting him over basically everybody for him to just disappear again for another couple months? What is the point of that? It's stupid.
There is no point.
That's
the thing. I've been saying for the past month, put him and his leads in a box, ship them to India. Nobody wants to see them. Nobody cares about them. The Indian people care about them. Send them over there so they can work on a promotion over there.
I mean,
we don't care for them.
It's just
we don't need to see them because all Great Khali does, brain chop, Khali plunge. And then he talks.
That's what he's good for. That's what he's good for. The plunge and the chop. And as Stevie J mentions in the chat room, the Indian market goes crazy for him because he's a big star and he's super over with the Indian fans. That's all. That's all I need him for.
Okay. And if that's all you need him for, send him on promotional crap. Don't book him on TV because you're not going to give him a title. You're not going to put him in a legitimate feud. And it's not like he can cut a promo because all he does is say, rah, 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 rah. Ain't nobody going to hear that.
All right, well,
Sounds
Jeff,
like a
Jeff, you gave us the great segue with title, and we had a champion versus champion main event of Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk. Now, because we're running out of time, so let me briefly go roundtable with this question. Better or worse than the match earlier this year? Seth.
Worse.
Jeff.
Worse.
Sierra.
Didn't see it.
Fair enough. You didn't need to because it was an okay match, but yeah, it was worse than earlier this year. We had the shenanigans to finish the match. First off, CM Punk wins with a kick to the head after Sheamus threw Daniel Bryan back in the ring for trying to leave. And Johnny Ace, John Laryngitis, runs out and complains, then restarts the match. So then, after a commercial break, Daniel Bryan wins after pinning CM Punk holding the ropes. And as expected, this would bring out Teddy Long. And he restarts the match. So the match ended very well, in my opinion. CM Punk tried forever to hit an elbow drop from the top, but Daniel Bryan just kept stopping him, trying to superplex him. CM Punk shoves him down. Bryan eventually hits the superplex, and they wrap each other's legs in a double, simultaneous pinfall. The ref counts 3, and both men are counted out, or both men win, both men lose. I don't know. It's very confusing. No winner was in.
Referees arguing over the finish. We had the fucking GMs do it instead.
Exactly. Not the referees. Teddy Long and John Laryngitis were both sitting at ringside, and they get in the ring and argue about who won.
Yeah. And notice that they were picking the opposite show's champion.
I did notice that, and at first I was wondering, shouldn't Teddy Long be rooting for his SmackDown champion and Laryngitis root for his Raw champion? No.
You know why?
We had the face GM root for the face champion.
Yep.
The heel GM root for the heel champion. This was all very fucking convoluted and really distracting me, and I'm so damn confused.
This is Vince Russo booking 101 if Vince Russo was teaching it. Because this is fucking... They overbooked what should be fucking simple as hell. You have 2 men who wrestle. You could have done a fucking time limit draw. Why not? These 2 men have done that before. But no, you gotta do this whole convoluted shit with them.
Exactly. This was just a very confusing main event. It was fine. It was fine with the stoppage and restart and stoppage, restart. I get it. I get the storyline. I get the point they were trying to come across. It was just the ending. The ending of it was really what threw me off. Teddy Long and John Laryngitis, they both threw off their blazers, their jackets, and then Teddy Long just goes storming off to the back. What, is he going to go to get Oksana? I mean, come on. Man up.
And basically what was lost in all this is we had 2 world champions fight to a draw. That was lost in all of this GM bullshit.
I was hoping for a pinfall or submission. We did get that. We got 2 pinfalls, but it was due to controversy. But I did not expect a clean win from anybody because we are on the road to WrestleMania. This is not John Cena versus Jack Swagger. It's not going to be a dominating, one-sided ass-kicking. Both of these guys are evenly matched, and I have no complaints about that. But damn it all. I just want to see a goddamn finish once in a while.
You know, why the fuck did the GMs get involved? If you really wanted to do this shit, Sheamus and Chris Jericho.
No, you can't have either of them lose either. You have to keep them strong for WrestleMania. I get it.
Had those 2 interfere.
Interfere, yeah. I understand. I thought you meant in a match against each other.
No. It meant interfere.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Get fucking involved. Not the fucking GMs.
GMs shouldn't have been involved, but at the same time, I was fine with the final finish where it was a draw. But at the same time, like you said, it should have been the WrestleMania opponents interfering and screwing the matchup instead of the GMs coming out there and building on their feud, which should have been earlier in the night.
I get it. I understand that we could not have a winner because both of them have to look strong towards WrestleMania. The GM situation, it looks like they're going the route of what McMahon and Donald Trump did at WrestleMania years ago. They're just going to have representatives from one Raw, one from SmackDown, and just going to have an interpromotional match for WrestleMania. And I'm guessing the winner will most likely have control of both Raw and SmackDown. But that's only speculation. That's all we can go on for that, for now. We don't really know for sure.
The worst thing that could happen is if WWE decides to be stupid enough, let's have Laryngitis and Teddy Long have a match at WrestleMania.
Oh, God.
If that happens,
No.
I will.
No, don't even put it out there because then it'll end up happening and none of us want that.
Oh, man. Well, this was definitely a very interesting episode of SmackDown. It's the first of the road to WrestleMania. We're definitely looking ahead. We're not looking at Elimination Chamber, not looking at the past. This is all good hype, good preparation to lead us into WrestleMania. We already have 4 matches scheduled. Main important on the SmackDown side, Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus. So I can't wait to see how we're going to build that up. Unfortunately, we're running very low on time. I'm going to have to exit the phone line. So you don't have to tune in this Friday for SmackDown RunDown because we're bringing it to you this Tuesday on Ring the Bell. But next Friday, we will be back at our regularly scheduled time. I have been your host, Nikolai, and without further ado, we're going to King J and Sierra. We're going to finish this discussion, and after that, there's going to be a special announcement by Rob Dickin for the Bowling Alley. I have been Nikolai, and I will see you next week.
All right, so what did everyone... You got everyone's ideas about how the match should have ended. How do you think they'll build towards WrestleMania between Sheamus and Daniel Bryan next week?
See, I don't know, because I'm interested in this match because it's something different, but it depends on how they're going to build this, because you still got Daniel with AJ in the picture, and then this whole fiasco tonight with the whole GM situation. I have no idea. It's like they got so much going on in such little time.
Yeah, I definitely... They're trying to cram too much stuff in, and they need to just sit down and plan out how things need to go.
Okay, I guess it's time to move on.
Yeah, I guess the SmackDown RunDown is done for the night. Any last plugs?
No,
Zeph, any plugs?
I hated this show. I'm drinking. That's what should just be said on this show.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait a goddamn second. You mean to tell me you have been doing the goddamn TNA spoilers for what, a year now, and you have never taken a drink, and all because SmackDown made you drink tonight? It's something.
No, I've taken a drink. I've taken drinks for that crap, but I don't expect this from WWE where I need to get some alcohol in me.
Was it really that bad that you need to drink? I mean,
the whole ending pissed me off.
So much so that you need to drink. Dang.
Shit off me. Get that shit. I've been having a bad week, so just keep gumming.
Understandable. Mike, any last plugs?
Mike.
Mikey.
Hello. Oh God. I gotta do the milk carton search.
Moving on. Sooner than the last.
Yeah.
Duct tape? Are you serious? Really? Duct tape?
Dave, don't ever cut me off like that again. Anyways, real quickly, I posted a new Angry Marquet newsfeed. I updated it about 2 hours ago. That new spotlights and new retro is up. There we go.
All right. Well, Kev, any plugs?
Ready to get off the air, I think, and make room for Rob.
Okay. We'll see you next week for the SmackDown RunDown.